What it is, y'all? It is your old boy Pilk, and we have a ton to discuss tonight. As you can see, Turles is incoming. If you guys don't know, LR Turles, really respectable card. We'll get into what he does here in a moment. But looks like he's actually dropping on the 16th. Now, we have some new stuff that dropped today. I'll go over some of that tonight. That is right. You're going to get a double dose of Dokkan today. I know it's a rare treat. It's going to happen, guys. So stay tuned for that. I'll have that dropping this evening. But before that, let's go ahead and get into the rest of this. Now, all the units dropping on Global. So we have LR Turles. Very, very, very respectable card. Terrifying Conquerors, category Key +4, HP, attack, and defense 130. So all stats 130. Or Extreme Strength, Key +4, HP, attack, and defense 100%. His 18 key, raises attack for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage with a high chance of stunning the enemy. It's not every day we get stunners anymore. Now, if we go down here a little bit, the 12 key is actually right there. Causes colossal damage to the enemy with a medium chance of stunning the enemy. So if you want a double chance to stun the enemy, and you're lucky enough to pull dupes of the dude, definitely consider giving him at least a little bit of double attack. It's going to increase your odds of stunning. Now, passive. Before we make our final decision on what to do with it, let's check the passive, because I honestly forget. Super Combat Group. Attack and defense 130%. Terrifying Conquerors. Category Allies. Key +3. Attack and defense 30%. Key +6 in attacks effective against all types when the target enemy is stunned. So in other words, you get that double attack and they're already stunned, you're going to get a bigger hit. It's almost like you get a Mega Colossal and then you get something even bigger than Mega Colossal. I think actually, what's the one that's bigger than that? Is that, I forget what they call it. Is it Massive or something like that? I forget what it is. Anyway, there's one that's slightly above that we have eventually in the game. So it's like getting a bigger hit, even though the other one's colossal. You get a big boost on top of that. Remember that 60% adds in after all your attack stats. So, or I say your links and everything. So it's more than 60%. It's a big, big boost. Attacks effective against all types and high chance of launching an additional super attack when key is 24. So the more you feed this dude, the better he gets. Remember, when you have a high chance of launching an additional super, that means that if you do get that second super, you have an even better chance of launching a third one, because every time you get another one, you basically roll for that additional. So in other words, if you put additionals into Old Boy and you manage to get 24 key, you could or could not. Remember, it's going to roll once for that additional, and then if you get that additional, it's going to roll a second time for an even better chance at getting the third attack, if that makes any sense at all. So basically, you got your first attack, it's going to roll a die, and it's going to say, cool. Are you going to get, if you get 24 key, roll a die. You have whatever the chance is of getting the second attack for the 24 key. Cool, we got that. And each time you do an attack, so basically it's going to roll 2 dice, and it's going to decide, are you getting the 24 key extra attack? Yay or nay? Are you getting the other extra attack? And if the 24 key hits, the other one doesn't, when you do the 24, it's going to roll that die again and make a decision as to... It's hard to explain like this, but basically get the idea. You get double the chances of getting the extra attack. So you have a good chance of getting a third attack with him with 24 key. Not great. He still could completely soil the sheets and go single attack, but it's pretty wild the way it works. Brutal Beatdown. Prepared for battle. Big Bad Bosses, which is such a great link now that we have level 10 links. Thirst for Conquest. Destroyer of the Universe. Fierce Battle and Legendary Power. This is a phenomenal, phenomenal unit. Now, I will warn you guys. He is a summonable LR, and that means he's probably going to be, in fact, I know he's going to be, on a legendary summon banner, and those banners are largely traps. Make wise choices on this, because that is not a banner. You have a good chance of pulling another LR, but you also have a good chance of pulling crap! Now, what's interesting, speaking of which, Demigra, the thing we all regret and rue when we pull, is actually getting an awakening. All types, Ki +3, HP, attack, and defense 70%. Respectable sublead for a early, phase 1, maybe phase 2. You might be able to take it on with phase 2 of Battlefield. What do they call it on global? What the hell do we call it? It's a late night. Anyway, Battlefield. A Battlefield sublead, if you're really desperate for one. But that said, super attack is Gen Energy. Causes supreme damage to the enemy with medium chance of stunning the enemy. So you get a good chance of stunning the enemy. It's going to kill me. What do they call that? Anyway, where you get the Battlefield member. It's Battlefield. It's 100% Battlefield. I'm so used to calling it Battlefield, I completely forgot the global name they give it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I digress. Let's get back to it. So good, another stunner here. Now, remember, he's kind of crap as it is. Finally getting an awakening. History in Chaos. Attack and defense 120%. Plus an additional attack and defense 60% when all the allies attacking in the same turn are extreme class enemies. So he's generally going to get that on this team. High chance of stunning the attacked enemy. High chance of turning into a giant form when HP is 60% or less. He is so good now. Like, the dude we all were like made fun of and cheesed for the longest time. Like, oh, you pulled Demigra. Yeah, there, way to go. You pulled crap. Now is actually pretty freaking good. It's like basically an easy A that he got here. It's wild. Wild. And what's hilarious to me about this, we're now getting an awakening for TOA. Now, TOA and Mira, who actually is getting awakening as well, were pulled out of banners like, what, 2-3 years ago? Like a long time ago. So long ago, most players in the game don't even know they exist at this juncture. If you have these guys in your box, that's like a badge of like how long you've been playing the game at this point. Funny enough, I actually don't have these units. Like, I've never pulled a TOA or a Mira ever in the history, my long history of playing this game. I've never pulled one. And then they were taken out of the banners. It's like, okay, well, they're gone. They were bombs at the time. But here we go. TOA's Awakening. Attack and defense, leader skill. Attack and defense 15% per key sphere obtained. And recovers 1,000 HP per key sphere of the character's type obtained. Interesting. I don't know how often you're going to use that, but it's interesting. Bloody Sauce. That is a terrible name. Causes supreme damage to the enemy, greatly lowers defense, and seals super attack. Good effects on that attack. Now, Kiri usage. All allies, Ki +3, all allies attack and defense plus 5% per extreme class ally on the team. So even if it's a super class ally, they're still going to get that per extreme class ally on that team you built. Attack and defense 100% when all allies attacking the same turn are extreme class. So she gets wild if she's on an all villain team. Wild. Demonic power attack, so links are demonic power, battlefield diva, solid support, scientist, fear and faith, Xenoverse, and fierce battle. Not the best links. That said, at least she has fierce battle. That's kind of her faith. You could get fear and faith on there. You could get fierce battle. You're never going to link up Xenoverse ever, except maybe with Mira. That's about it. So let's talk about Mira. Physical type, Ki +3, HP attack and defense 90%. Once again, you could use him as a sub lead. That's about it. Dark Kamehameha. Raises attack and defense and causes supreme damage to the enemy. So it's crazy actually too, because that awakening then gives him an infinite stack in that attack and defense. Notice there is no turn limit. So he can also get pretty wild. Born to battle. Attack and defense 100% when performing a super attack, plus additional attack and defense 30% when all allies attacking in the same turn are extreme class. Once again, with and Ki +1 with each super attack performed up to Ki +3. Performs absorption when conditions are met. Pretty wild. Pretty wild. Links are Android Assault, Demonic Power, Tough as Nails, Kamehameha, which is Interesting that. Fear and Faith, Xenoverse, and Fierce Battle. So he'll link up okay with TOA, but still not the best. But pretty good unit. Pretty good unit. Now, that's global. We also got a data download, and all these units are actually going to be dropping on the 16th. TOA and Mira look like they are... TOA Mira and Mira actually are live right now. So if you have those units, you can awaken them. Turles is dropping on the 16th. I do not have TOA, and I do not have Mira. I believe, and I could be wrong, but I believe they're actually going to be thrown back into banners after this. So every banner we get going forward, they should actually be back on those banners. We'll double check that when the Turles banner drops, but I believe they're back on those banners. So you should at some point be able to pull them. Now we have JP news as well. We got a double data download tonight. And all these, I believe, are free. These are all free to play, in fact. So we have a new LR, free to play LR on JP. And that is this Roshi that drops from one of the more recent events. Now, this is part of the anniversary. We'll be getting this in July. A lot of you guys asked when we get this. We're going to get it in July. Okay? Let's break this down. So, Roshi's leader skill after awakening to LR is Turtle School category key plus 3 HP attack and defense 80%. Super attack. 12 key. Massively raises attack for 1 turn, causes colossal damage with a high chance of stunning the enemy. A high chance of stunning the enemy. That means your 12 key is going to be super, super, super important to get off, so give him double attack. That said, 18 key. Raises attack by 628%. Yup. It's straight up the Mafuba. It's a lot like the other Roshi we got, the Tech Roshi. Where he does the Mafuba and it's just a crazy good hit. Raises attack by 628% for 1 turn, causes mega colossal damage to the enemy. Passive skill, defense plus 100% and medium chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack. That's kind of nice. Turtle School category, allies key plus 2, attack plus 30%, attack and defense plus 30% when HP is 50% or less. I'm sorry. There's a semicolon there. So, we read this. Defense 100% and medium chance of evading enemies' attack, including super attack. Bam. Also, Turtle School category allies key plus 2 and attack and defense 30%. Also, when HP is 50% or less upon entering the attacking turn, so it has to happen at the beginning of the turn. It cannot happen mid-turn. And there are 2 other Turtle School category allies on the team. If the character or ally attacking in the same turn receives a KO attack, he revives and recovers 50% HP only once. That's pretty wild. Active skill massively raises attack temporarily, causes ultimate damage, that's the one I was thinking of earlier, to the enemy, and all allies key plus 7. So active skill gives everyone key plus 7. Can be activated after the character receives an attack 7 times in battle, and there's another Turtle School category ally. The nice part is if you're using them on like Super Battle Road, that can be really, really easy. Everything else, not so much, but a really good unit nonetheless. Phenomenal, especially for a free-to-play unit. Like, he's wild for a free-to-play unit. Link skills are Turtle School, Kamehameha, Supreme Warrior, Brainiacs, Tournament of Power, Shattering the Limit, and Legendary Power. Wow. That's a really, really good LR. That's not it. This physical UI Goku is also finally getting into UR Awakening. And let's see what he's got, because I don't remember. I remember we got the leaks a while back, but I don't remember specifically. So Universe Survival Saga category key plus 2 HP attack and defense 50%. You're never going to use that. Not even disassembly will use that. Super attack causes supreme damage to the enemy. That's it. No effects on that. Passive skill attack and defense 80%. Universe Survival Saga category allies key plus 3. So he's just kind of. I remember when this guy with his prior awakening technique, Z awakening. I guess he's still technically a Dokkan because he drops this in SR. Everyone was really hyped for him, like on the free to play team, and this is just like for this day and age, a little lackluster in my opinion. Let's talk about Tien and Roshi. This is a tech card. This is also coming from an awakening of another unit that drops from an event. Earthlings category, key plus 3, HP attack and defense 50%, causes supreme damage to the enemy, and lowers attack and defense. All 4 of these units that we're going to talk about are actually free to play, so there you go. Passive skill, attack and defense plus 40%, plus an additional attack and defense 10% with each attack received up to 40%. So put him in the line of fire and let him go to town. Representatives of the Universe 7 category allies, key plus 1 attack and defense 20%. So if he takes a bunch of attacks, he's going to be good. Well, not amazing, but for free to play, really good for free to play. Top tier free to play. Finally, we have Int, Krillin, and 18. Yep. Joint Forces category, key plus 3, HP attack and defense 50%. Once again, not the end of the world. These are all free to play units. Raises attack and causes supreme damage to the enemy. Passive skill changes physical key spheres to int key spheres and launches an additional attack, or additional super attack. Specifies launches an additional super attack. So it's not a chance to turn super. It will be a super attack with 6 or more int spheres obtained. So obtain 6 int spheres after the change, and you're going to get 2 supers with them, which is really nice. With them, which is really nice. Attack and defense plus 20% with each attack performed, up to 100%. So it really benefits you to try to get those int spheres lined up and to feed them, because they're going to do some phenomenal stuff. That's actually a really great card. It does require you to work a little bit to utilize them, but once you have them built up, they're going to be nuts. That is a lot to talk about, guys. That is a lot of information. So that's Global and JP. Global is getting their stuff. TOA Mira and Mira all have it right now as we talk. Turles will be dropping on the 16th. These units all actually should be active in the game here today. They all go live. I'm sorry, it says the 8th, so they go live tonight. So same with Demigra, TOA, and Mira. So they're not live right now. They'll actually be going live this evening, 10:30 tonight, Pacific Standard Time. So it's like 1:30 my time. So yeah, a lot of good stuff, guys. Let me know if you're hyped for all this Dokkan content. There's so much going on in the game right now. It's wild. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'll be back at you guys with more Dokkan Battle this evening. So we should have some more hype stuff dropping here really soon.